Hi there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. I should be working on Mary and the Wealthy Donor, but I have been so busy this week doing paperwork for my mom. And oh, hold on, I'm just trying to grab some paper. Speaking of paper, I need some paper. Working on paperwork for my mother that has to be done. Anyone who's ever lost a loved one and they were the next of kin, you know what I'm talking about. Things have to be notified and closed down and such. And so I've been doing that, running around and making arrangements and such. And then we also had 3 birthdays in 8 days. So now I have a little window of time before the next birthday barrage goes through. So I think I've got about a month before the next one. No, I'm not sure. Hold on. I've got my birthday stuff in here. Hold on. Let's see. March. Okay, that's done. Ah, yes. Okay, so I've got a month. April, we have 2. Okay, so that's good. I can plan for that. And trust me, I'm not complaining. I know how lucky we are. So I just like to stay on top of it. I guess being the adult child of someone with dementia, you second guess your own sanity constantly. You know, is this it? You forget a silly little thing. Am I getting it? Have I got it? Is this it? And, I remember the missed birthdays that started happening. And, yeah, so I'm determined to stay on top of the birthdays. My Google Calendar sends me all kinds of notifications. Thank goodness for Google Calendar. Oh, speaking of Google, I need to set a timer because you know me, I'll talk right through it. All right, hold on. Hey Google, I'd like to set a timer.
Okay, for how long?
28 minutes.
Okay, 28 minutes. Starting.
Okay, there we go. Let's put that over there. So like I said, I have not picked up Mary and the Wealthy Donor, I think, since Saturday. But I have been working in my own book, and I think that's kind of therapeutic, and I've been giving myself that time to just do some things just for me. Like I put little Catherine there on the spine, and this is the altered book that I created, and I got started inside. So I have I used another book's end paper and put it back in here because I liked it. And then I put Harriet the Spy's library pocket and library card in it. So I like that. And then I've done the front opening, and I put another little Catherine here. And I just put a few things. I hinted that this was from the Coburg Public Library. But then I just did some collaging around it, which I rather like. I fussy cut this out of the wrapping paper from Dash of Dave sent me Happy Mail. And it was wrapped in this gorgeous Alice in Wonderland wrapping paper. And this is from the Alice in Wonderland wrapping paper. And then I put a price tag on it. And little Catherine looks very happy right there. And then apparently this is Charlotte Cushman, and she's giving a reading. So, and of course, everybody was delighted at this idea. And then I thought maybe I'd put a title for my journal right there. And I'm enjoying this so far, but I need to play with this cover. Some people do their covers last, and some people do their covers first, and I am a do your cover first person. And this time I got into it and started enjoying that, but I really need my cover done. And I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I liked this. And I wouldn't have minded if it showed. And I won't go into it, but it speaks to me since this is my book. But then I ended up making a completely different choice. So we're going to go with the completely different choice. So it'll be covered, but I'll know it's in there. And that's all right because it's my book. So I thought I'd show you. I was craving a little Frida. I'm feeling some Frida. And so I only have these two books on Frida. I always keep my eye out. I love when a thrift store actually has their books sorted, and my one favorite thrift store has that. Their books are actually in areas, and they have enough of them that they can do that. So one of my first areas, boom, I go over to is their art area. And I've done okay. That's where I found, the Da Vinci book and the artwork from the Louvre Museum. Anyhow, I thought I was going to use the broken column. There's a famous, there's a famous Frida painting where she's painted her spine as a broken column, and the various corsets that she wore over the years because of all the surgeries she had trying to fix her broken back, and her pain from feeling like she was, a broken column. I mean, that's the title of the painting. And I thought I was going to put the broken column on. Now, this book here actually has a nicer, brighter version. They're not very vivid. The artwork in those ones aren't as vivid as the artwork in this one. The artwork in this book, the printing is just wonderful. And I wonder where the broken column is. Because I was there. See the difference that just a publisher can make? This is just spectacular. Whereas this is so subdued. But neither one is getting used because I'm actually going to go with a photo of Frida, which is surprising for a woman who, I think they say 60% of her artwork is self-portraits. But I'm going with a photo of her that was taken as a teenager. Her father was a photographer. And he got the family together for a portrait, and she often wore men's clothing. She was very comfortable in, and I shouldn't say men's clothing. You know what? Won't it be nice when it just gets to the point where it's clothing? But right now in our society, this is typically what we would expect a man to wear, and not a woman. And again, I don't even want to get into that gender identity, but it will be nice when it's just considered clothing and we are just considered humans and we can wear what we want. I learned all this from the comedian Daniel Levy, who is in Schitt's Creek. He plays the son. And anyhow, I admire his sense of style. I very much admire Daniel Levy's sense of style. Anyhow, so I want this. I love that fierce look of determination on that young woman's face. I love it. So I wanted to put her there, but of course it's a black cover. And this is a black and white photo. So, so I had to come up with some kind of a background. Oh, this is from the photo in here. Here's the other half of it. So there's her sister, who she much of the time was on the outs with her, because her sister had an affair with Diego. Mind you, she had many affairs too. They seem to want an open marriage and yet still demand monogamy from each other. And I don't know how you do that, but don't ask me. I'm a monogamous kind of girl, but I still love her anyways. Anyhow, so this was a picture that her father took once, and I think her name was Christina. Anyhow, so I loved that, and that's going on my cover, but I needed something behind her, and I had, you know, I thought about, you know, a nice bold flower. I've got some flowers that I had been cutting out of that awesome book, that huge book that I have. But then I came across the Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, and I just thought, wouldn't that be cool to put it there? She becomes the center of attention. There's the circle, you know, showing the symmetry of the human body. And of course, she had so many struggles with her human body. And I like how the arms, these strong arms, almost look like wings where they are, where it landed. So we're going to put the Vitruvian Man behind Frida. I think that looks cool, but I've got to trim it down. And I wanted something on the back here, and I think what I'm going to do is do some gilding wax. I've got this stencil here that sort of looks like peeling paint chips on wood. So I thought I would put some gilding wax on with this stencil. So I'm just going to put some painter's tape along here. I only want it on the front. I don't want to cover up little Catherine, who's on the spine. So we'll just, we'll do that, and then we'll get going. I love when I already know what's for dinner. I know I've mentioned that, but I do love when I already know what's for dinner. Now I'm going to pull up my sleeves, and I apologize. The winter and the dryness is coming to a head, and it's taking its rage out on my hands. I've got split hangnails and peeling fingernails, and then I got, where is it? I got a paper cut today. Oh, I think I've got paint in my paper cut. There's the paper cut. Paint in, I've been playing with paint. Anyhow, I'm going to get wet wipes ready because I think I'm going to use my fingers to apply the gilding wax. So I want wet wipes ready to go because this is messy and dangerous. All right, and I already have a piece of paper underneath so that we don't get anything on Mrs. Cushman there. And let's just do it. Let's just do it. So I want it to run off the edge a little bit. I probably should tape it down, but oh well. Let's just do it, right? I'm not even sure how much of this will show. I don't know how big the Vitruvian Man's going to be. Oh, that'll be good. I've got room to go right across the top. I've said it before, but I will say it again. My goodness, I love the smell of this gilding wax. It just smells so yummy. So I'm obviously not taking the gilding wax into the center because Vitruvian Man is going to be there and he will cover that up. Oh, don't move, don't move. Oh, I gotta be not so vigorous. Oh. Yeah, there we go. I got some on there, smudged on, but you know what? That's why it's my book, and that's okay. It can be imperfect. I'm imperfect. All right, here we go. Oh! All right. Okay. You know what? That's all right. Let's just keep going. All right. I think I shouldn't have been so vigorous. I might have liked those a little bit smaller, but live and learn, right? Or maybe used a brush instead of my finger. Oh well. Then I got to decide if I'm going to do this on the back of the cover. Maybe I'll do something else on the back. I'm only going to worry about finishing the front for now. Did that move? This is nerve-wracking, but it's fun. It reminds me of when I put the gilding wax on the spine of, was it the Victorian Reader or was it Wren? I think it was the Victorian Reader. Oh, it was terrifying and wonderful all at the same time. All right, so you're good. You're good. And I think we are done. Let me get this off first so I can have a minimum of, reduce the risk of heartache, of gilding wax heartache. There we go. All right, lid away. And yeah, I like it. And it sort of camouflages. Remember where that white stain was here and over here. Now this one's probably going to be covered, but this is not going to be covered. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Let's clean this while I still have a wet wipe. I spent, I did have a bit of time this morning before I did some running around. I went to Michael's and that made me sad. The shelves are all still quite bare. Same with, here in Canada we have an art supply store called Curry's with several outlets across the province. And I have a Curry's a couple towns over. I guess about 40 minutes away. So I was worried maybe Michael's was going under, but I got to Curry's and their shelves were in just as dismal condition. So supplies are short. It just is what it is with less people working, you know, smaller employees in doing things. And also I think supplies are short. I think people are crafting. They're home. They want stuff to do. So maybe that has something to do with it. I'm going to, this is wet now. I'm going to get a new dry piece of paper to put underneath. Here we go. All right, so that looks nice. Now I've got to figure out how wide to make Vitruvian Man. And I think, you know what? I'm a little sad. I might not be able to, he's exactly as wide as the book, and I didn't want to cover the whole book. I think he did a few Vitruvian guys. Although that gold certainly helps her stand out a bit more. No, let me get my, let that wax settle. Let me get my Da Vinci book and we'll take a look. We'll take a look, see. Because I think there was other versions of him. So not terribly exciting today, but you know what? We're together, and oh, that's that church that's on the cover of with Mary looking out. Nope. That one. That's on the cover. Well, maybe I want to do some different butterfly wings then. Maybe give her wings. Anatomy. I thought he would have been in anatomy. That's still the full size. I'm surprised he wasn't in anatomy. Look how pretty. Nope. Nope, that's not gonna work. This, and I wonder if, isn't this gorgeous? This is a monument. This one is a copy. The original is in the Protestant cemetery in Italy. It's called the Angel of Grief. But this is one, actually, we were at the monument place. And this was one of the pamphlets they gave us, and I just love her. I told my children I want her because she looks exhausted. Oh, but that still would run off the page. That might have been cool. This book is too small. Her wings would go off the page. How am I for time? I'm at 24 minutes. Well, where's my... I just feel like I wanted something different, and I feel like butterflies for Frida is too cliche. She's such an unusual. So unusual. Now I do have a big dragonfly. I wondered if I could put dragonfly wings behind Frida. Where did my dragonfly go? I've been saving it because I don't know where else to put it. It's huge. But it's pointing in the wrong direction. I have this massive dragonfly. I'm running out of room. So if I put Frida, maybe if I just use the dragonfly wings. Mind you, one would be upside down. Because if I put one wing there, what else have I got? There's another dragonfly here. They don't seem big enough for Frida. She seems like she should have much more substantial wings than those. Nope, those are seashells. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh well. I may have to keep hunting. I wish that Angel of Grief's wings. You know what? I've got one other cemetery book. Hold on. Maybe there's something in here. It's a smaller book, but I worry that they might run it off the page like that and only have part. This is a cool book on cemeteries in London and famous people that are buried and where they're buried in London. It's a really cool book. Kind of cool. Well, it looks like I'm not going to have this cover done today. Rats. Nope. And what am I at? I'm at 28 minutes. Well, I apologize. We sure didn't get a lot done. Oh, that's very sad. Oddities. Yeah, Nancy and I were talking about this the other day, how there's... I should look it up. Nancy, I still haven't looked it up. People who enjoy visiting cemeteries. I've always been one of those people. Not only from a genealogical point of view, because I love researching who I'm related to and who everybody else is related to, but I also enjoy, I just enjoy what some people took the time to put on their headstones. Nope. Nope. Well, I guess I'm going to have to just keep looking. I got this the other day at my thrift store, and it's got some really beautiful artwork in here. The American Art Review. And I just thought this might be fun for collaging. Pretty. Some very pretty things. I think I'm going to have to keep hunting. It could, because Frida needs something wonderful behind her, and I don't want to settle. So I think I'm going to have to say that's it for today. And perhaps the next time we get together, I will have Frida's cover done. And it will be a ta-da kind of moment. Yep. Oh well, Frida, you will get something cool. I don't know yet what it will be. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you go and have a great rest of your day. The weather is sunny and beautiful up here, and I'm enjoying every second of it because I don't trust it. It's March, and we can still get piled in snow in March where I live. So I don't believe it. Yes, I hear you. I know. Catherine, time to be quiet. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.